Back to the sound of the
Now that is what we love to see. 98 sleep score. We're already starting the day off right. Whew. Feels good. I cannot express the difference that I feel when I get a 70, 80 sleep score versus when I get a high sleep score like that. And, you know, the last couple nights, I've gone maybe 6.5, 7 hours, 7.5 hours of sleep. But now after getting 8.5 hours, wow, I feel a lot better. And sleep is something that I really try to prioritize as much as possible so that I can perform as best as possible. But we're in North Carolina right now. Not the usual scenery at my grandmother's house. Very cool here, but still got to do the morning routine. Got to wake up, get into a high frequency state so we can start getting things done. Now, the sleep is by far the most significant variable when it comes to testosterone levels. And ideally, at least 1.5 hours of REM sleep, ideally optimally over 2 hours of REM sleep every single night. I just got, according to my watch, 2 hours of REM sleep. And one of the things that I like to do to help me get the best sleep possible is I mouth tape, and then I wear blue light blockers, the red glasses. I'll wear them later in this video. I wear those before bed, and those help me sleep like a baby. But now, next part of the routine is the supplements. So this is also pretty important. Creatine. This cat is trying to move the camera. I take creatine 5 grams every single day. This doesn't affect testosterone levels, but it is very good for cognitive function, muscle growth. But the supplements that I take that are very important for testosterone, one, omega-3s. So omega-3 fatty acids, they're found in salmon and other foods, but they're very important for keeping hormones high. And since I don't have salmon or fish, I will have a lot of omega-3s because I need to make sure I'm getting my omega-3 levels up. And then I will take vitamin D3, about 15,000 IUs. They recommend like 5,000, but you need a lot more than that, especially in the winter. If you want to have high testosterone levels, you need to be having at least 10,000 every single day. So slam that as well in the morning. And that's it for the morning supplements. And my morning routine is pretty simple. But I do a cold shower to help me wake up, and then hydrate, take the supplements, and then now a 10-minute walk. Since we're at my grandmother's, we got to get the dog out. We're going to take him along on the walk with us. But the walk is also very important because, one, need to be getting in the steps every single day, and two, I want to lower the cortisol. So cortisol is our body's stress hormone, and it's super high when we wake up, and one of the things that we can do to lower it is go for a walk. So I do that, and let's get this dog. Come on. So go for a walk, lower the stress hormone, and also setting the circadian rhythm, getting that sunlight in. But it's just great to go for walks in the morning. It's a nice little reset, and I try not to take my phone at all on the walks and literally just be outside with my thoughts. Help me think about anything I need to for the day, and it's that time of the day where it's just solitude. genuinely, as soon as I step outside, I mean, immediately like, wow, just helps me wake up, because I've been up for 20 minutes now, but getting that sun in my eyes, it's a little bit cloudy, but still helps a tremendous amount. And especially since I have the dog, it's getting two things done at once. All right, so the last two parts of the morning routine are, number one, I have to do these shoulder exercises because I have a broken shoulder, so I need to rehab it every single morning. But the main three being the things that I just showed you: hydration, walking, and a cold shower. Those three alone take 20 minutes and will just change the way that you operate on a daily basis. At least that's what it did for me. Like, especially the cold shower, it makes such a big difference. So this is the bad side, and then I just go getting there. But now I do a journal, and then I'm gonna get into some deep work. Funny thing is, I hydrate with salt every single day in the morning, but yesterday I didn't do it because I have like this water bottle, and I just drank it without doing the salt, and I noticed such a massive difference. I still had the water, but without the salt, and because I didn't have the electrolytes and the sodium, I didn't have as better mental performance. I had more brain fog. It was so insane, just that little difference. So I'll make sure I have a pinch of salt every single morning along with my water, so that I get those electrolytes in that actually fuel my body and my brain. Now is the time of the day where I get some work done, because first thing in the morning I have nothing in my head, nothing to worry about. Actually, speaking of that, I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but that's when I like to get work done. And today I need to get a YouTube video done that will be up the day before this vlog will be up. So I'm just gonna get that done, slam that out real quick. Let's see how long it takes. All right, so it's been a little over 2 hours since I've woken up. I've been working on this. This is gonna be up before this vlog is up, but that means now it is time for my coffee. And having coffee first thing in the morning spikes the cortisol, which is not good for the testosterone, but there is a chemical in our brain called adenosine, and essentially we have to wait 2 hours for the adenosine levels to drop before we have coffee, so we don't get the afternoon crash. And this helps prevent that dreaded afternoon crash where you're reaching for another cup of coffee or another 2 cups of coffee, whatever it is. So I'm gonna drink this up and have it right before I present this video, so that I can be thinking the most efficiently and providing the most value possible in that video. But that's just a quick tip for coffee consumption, because having it first thing in the morning is the worst thing you can do, not only for testosterone but also energy. It's a lot better to wait until our natural levels of adenosine have dropped to then have the caffeine. Okay, so just wrapped up that video that I just uploaded. Shows 4 habits that you can double your testosterone. So I love making those testosterone videos because it's so important and it's literally life-changing. But regardless, this is the pre-workout meal. So what I always do is I'll either have some yogurt or a protein shake before I hit legs, because very easy on the stomach, can digest it very quickly, and I want to be comfortable when I'm working out. I don't want to be digesting a lot of food. So I'm gonna start off with some yogurt. I absolutely love this Skier yogurt. It has a ton of protein. This one doesn't have any fat, but let's see how much should we do? Probably do about half of it. So this is about 40 grams of protein, I believe, which is what I like to do for a pre-workout meal. Ideally 30 to 50 before a workout will get you right, along with a ton of carbohydrates. And yeah, the thing here that boosts the testosterone the most is the raw honey. And then we have some fruit here as well. I'll show you exactly what I'm putting in there. But raw honey spike the luteinizing hormone, which boosts the testosterone. And I'll show you exactly how I make it. So start off with the base, which is some yogurt. And then I will add in a good amount of this honey. I don't even know. That's a good amount for sure. Right there. I'll just put the rest of this thing, boom, and then I will mix that up. And this stuff is so good. It literally is ice cream. It's literally ice cream. All right, I'm not gonna show you how I make it because it's kind of wasting your time. So I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so I just threw on some bee pollen here. I don't know if it's gonna show, but bee pollen, this stuff is like kind of nutty flavor, but it's really good for allergies, stuff like that, antioxidant properties. And then I'm gonna top this off with some raw honey, and like, oh my gosh, it does not get any better than this. So good, literally a bowl of ice cream every single day. And I have the bananas right there for some potassium, some nice electrolytes before my workout, and then some berries. We got some blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. And that's gonna give me everything I need to fuel a workout. And I put in also some of this Purely Elizabeth granola. Whew, absolutely killer. So I'm gonna kill this as well as another coffee because my coffee tolerance is pretty high. And then we're gonna head on over to the gym. Something else that I do to lower the stress, potentially boost the testosterone, grounding. Whenever I get the chance, come outside while I'm walking the dog or, drinking coffee. And it's just so relaxing, as well as, getting the vitamin D in, getting the sunlight in, feels absolutely amazing. So I'm on the way to the gym right now, and I literally do not want to hit legs at all. Like, genuinely at all. The last thing I want to do is hit legs. But that's what's on the program. That's what's on the schedule. And that's why it's so important for me to have a schedule so that everything is structured out. And I know exactly what to do. And my brain is literally on autopilot. Because one of the easiest ways to make absolutely no progress and, just skip workouts and not make progress towards your goals is not having everything scheduled out. And once you have everything scheduled out to a T, it reduces all of the decision fatigue so that you don't even have to think about what it is you have to do. And that's why I like scheduling out my days so much, because it just takes all that decision fatigue away from the equation. And I don't want to hit legs right now because it's uncomfortable. Like, it's so uncomfortable to hit legs sometimes. But I know that literally once I get into the gym, once I start getting into the sets, I'm going to feel great. And then afterwards, I am not going to regret it. I'm going to feel great. So it's just about getting in there, getting into the gym, getting that workout in. And once you're there, there's never a bad workout. So I know my mindset's going to be different in 30 minutes once I'm actually under the weight. Okay, so I haven't recorded much of this workout yet just because it's kind of boring, kind of me doing the same thing, but just did a treadmill to warm up the legs. I did about half a mile, and then now I'm gonna get into this set. I warmed up all the way to a weight that I'm comfortable with. So this is 5 plates on each side, and I'm gonna rip this and see how it feels. Gonna take this, honestly, I'm not sure how many reps because don't use this machine where I'm at in the gym. So, go. Okay, so I literally failed that. Let's push this up. So I took the weights off and literally failed that because the last rep in my head, I was literally thinking, I don't know if I can do this. And just that mental barrier that I couldn't break through is the reason why I failed that. I definitely could have done pretty easily, but those 4 reps, I'm gonna drop the weight a little bit and then do 2 more sets, training with intensity. The rep before I failed, that's how my last rep should have been. So keeping that intensity but not failing on these leg press movements is the key. All right, here we go. This is how it should be done. I don't know what it is with this leg press, but I'm getting no drive at the bottom. I think it's because how the seat is, but it's all good. Doesn't matter. Still pushing through. All right, so I'm gonna do 1 more set of this, and then just leg press or leg extension and hamstring curls, and then that's it. I would usually do some lunges, but I have a broken shoulder right now, so I can't. Man, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm in North Carolina, so that's why I'm in a different gym right now. I'm visiting my grandmother. The gym here is freaking sick. All right, just finished up legs, and I'm not gonna eat anything until dinner, so have a bottle of water right here, and I'm just gonna toss in a scoop of electrolytes to just keep me hydrated. I need to get some things done. I need to write out a couple of things. I'm really trying to like self-reflect and see like what got me to this point in my life, and you know, what were the events that caused it. And so I'm trying to self-reflect, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this perfectly in the bottle. Shit. But and then I have some work to do. I need to build out some systems. All to say, I need to have electrolytes because I need to be thinking clearly, and dehydration does not help with that. Dehydration does not help with thinking clearly and being able to solve problems as fast and efficiently as possible. So, need to stay hydrated with electrolytes. And these taste amazing. Santa Cruz Paleo. Absolutely fire. So, staying hydrated, very important. Also because it's hot out. It's like 70 something, so gotta stay hydrated, very important. Okay, so just got home from the gym, and as I just said previously, I want to better understand my story. And what that means is I know that I got into the gym because I was insecure about the way I looked and all that stuff, but I don't know the deep-seated reasons why. And in order for me to be able to truly help other people and help them out of the position I was in, I need to fully understand what I was going through and why I was going through it. So I'm literally just going to sit here, my notebook, for about an hour, no phone, just think. And hopefully I get some realizations so that I can better understand myself and my story, because I was thinking over the last couple of days, like, I don't even know what got me to this point in my life. And I haven't sat down and actually reflected. So I'm going to be doing that. And I also stopped at the store. I didn't show it because it's kind of boring. But I got these cookies that have no seed oils, organic ingredients, 8 grams of protein, I guess. And I like cookies, but dude, there's like 2 huge bees. But let's try these out. So we got birthday cake. I don't know. I'll just let you know if these are worth your money or not, because I always see crap like this. Like, oh, healthy cookies, but usually they taste like crap. Honestly, the marketing looks really good on this one, so it better be good. Okay, the texture off the bat. Honestly, these bees. Let's see. Okay, actually, this one might be really good. Jesus Christ. Dude, that thing is this big. Oh my god. Holy shit. They're literally this big. They're like flying around me. I don't know what's going on. But, cookie, I might have to go inside. They're literally like this big. Anyway, this cookie is pretty good, I would say, honestly. Very good. I would recommend. Alright, I'm gonna get this done, because I really need to reflect. I might have to go inside, because these idiots. So, I'm sitting here doing this self-reflection. I don't really want to show it, but I've just been writing pages, and something that I wanted to share before I get back into this. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking the key moments of my life and asking myself why it happened, how I came back from it, the lesson that I learned, and how I applied that lesson to my life. One of the things here is this girl that it was like my first like heartbreak, if you will. And it affected me because it destroyed my perception of what love was. But anyway, what I realized is that lack of confidence comes from a lack of self-love, and we seek validation from others because we don't love ourselves. And loving ourselves comes from being valuable. If we don't have anything, like I literally wasn't doing anything at that time to be valuable, and I didn't do anything I was proud of. So every single day I was never proud of myself. So I needed that validation from someone else, because I knew, like, deep down, I don't have anything to be proud of, so I don't really love myself. But this person, she'll like me, so I chase that validation. And the way that I turned that into a strength was I realized I needed to start going to the gym, and I needed to start actually bettering myself, and that physical manifestation, or that physical proof that I am valuable, shows to other people. So I can show without saying anything to other people, I'm valuable. I have self-respect. I have confidence because I show up for myself every single day. And that's exactly what the gym has taught me, is that lack of confidence comes from self-love, and that we seek validation from others because we don't love ourselves. But when I started going to the gym, I started loving myself more and more, and building that confidence because I was proud of the things I did on a daily basis. So I'm going to keep diving deeper into my mind. And this is so hard. It's so hard to like get into my, like, there's so much resistance in my head that just doesn't want me to do this. But I know I have to push through that and keep going deeper and deeper and deeper until I understand what happened in my life and why it happened and what it actually taught me. And so another realization I'm having, well, I kind of already realized this, but I'm realizing it even more now. I used to smoke a lot of the za. I don't want to use the actual term because I don't think that's allowed. But I used to do that a lot and go out with my friends and eat junk food at the same time. And on the surface level, when I was thinking about that, it doesn't seem like a very big deal, right? But it was because I was trying to escape my reality that I was unhappy with by getting a large amount of dopamine, just trying to feel good for a couple hours. And that's what I looked forward to. Just chasing that high. Because it's so deep. It's so deep. Like, that stuff is so deep, and it seems like on the surface level it's not a big deal. But I was doing it to escape my reality, and so that I could distract myself from the hard work that needed to be put in, like literally self-reflecting. And that's why, when I was doing the ZA once a week, twice a week, I heard people talking about, oh, like you shouldn't be doing drugs, whatever. And I was like, it's not a big deal. But it really is once you start to understand what it actually does and how it actually is just a distraction from the actual goals that we have. And that's why it's such a killer of productivity, because it just forces you, it just gives you the dopamine without earning it. And that's so dangerous. And that's just an endless cycle of thinking that there's no hard work that needs to be put in and we can just instantly feel good. And that's not what the real world is. If you want success, if you want money, if you want the good family, if you want all these things, there's work that's required to get you there. And drugs, anything. Oh, I can't say that. I don't know if I can. Whatever. Alcohol, anything just gives you that instant feeling, instant dopamine without having to work for it. And that's why it's so dangerous. So, I don't know what's going on in this lighting. Because I literally document everything on here, I want to talk about my plan for the next, I don't know, I guess there's no set time on it, but like, I am very disciplined with the workouts, the consistent social media posts, any tasks that I have to do that are urgent, getting my steps in, hitting my protein. But what I need to work on is, specifically right now, like the last week or so, I've been traveling. So going to bed before midnight every single day and waking up before 8 a.m. every single day. So that's what I've written down for this plan that I have. And once I start making that a habit within the next week, I'm going to cross that off. And then the next thing is setting a timer for work and breaks. So if you're someone like me and you get easily distracted, like I get so distracted from work sometimes, it's insane. And what's really helped me is setting a timer while I need to do work. Like whenever there's something that I need to do and I don't want to do it, I'll sometimes just like scroll on my phone. And whenever I set a timer for work, let's say for 1 hour, and then set a timer for breaks for 5 minutes where I can use my phone, that helps me a lot. So I need to do that and start staying consistent with that. So I just wrote that down right there. But that's what I'm working on, and then next week I'll update and I'll have these things done, and then I will probably add more. And I think this is the best way to completely change your life, is by optimizing your habits first. And there's still things I'm working on. I'm always growing, always trying to learn. And right now, that's what I need to work on, but it's by adding them periodically. If I used to try to just add 10 things. I'd write out a whole list of 10 things I need to do, and the decision fatigue would hit, and then I would never actually be able to get those things done. So this is the system that I've developed, is just writing one thing at a time, working on that, making it a habit, crossing it off, going to the next one. So we'll update next week, but I think that is the best thing to do, is figure out exactly what's holding you back, what your biggest issue is. And right now for me, that's being able to not get distracted by my phone. And the solution to that is setting a timer, putting my phone across the room, and getting the work done. So that's just one example of how you can start to optimize your life. It's as simple as figuring out what's holding you back and how you can fix it. So, just finished that up, and that's something I've been putting off for a while now, and it was something that had to be done. I needed to reflect, because when we're always just thinking about the future, it's very hard to sit and reflect. So, I'm going to literally do something I haven't done in a while. I think I'm going to take a bath and just sit and meditate, because I need to just get away from the screens, get away from my phone. And I do that on my walks, in the morning. But besides that, I'm always plugged in, always checking work, and it takes a toll on the brain. So I need that and a good night of sleep. My head's been all over the place the last 2 days. So this will be a nice little reset. And I will say, one of the things that has helped me so much is just sitting with my thoughts in forms of meditation. And one of that, the main thing for me has been exercise, lifting and running. But I haven't been able to do that. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I'll go walk him. I gotta walk the dog. But exercise and running has been the form of meditation for me, and I haven't been able to do that these last 2.5 months, and it's seriously taken a toll on my mental health, to say the least. And I'm usually not one to believe in mental health, but exercise is so important. So important. And this entire injury has just reassured that thought in my brain, because the lack of exercise has completely just destroyed the way I feel on a daily basis. And I can still hit legs and I can still work out my upper body with one arm, but it's not the same. And this reminds me of how I used to feel before I used to exercise. And so it is such a life-changing thing to literally just adding 1 hour of exercise every single day, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So I can't wait to get back to that. So I'm about to cook up some dinner. Gonna make some steaks with spinach and rice. Absolute staple meal. Can never go wrong with some steak.
Ordered one online and it's gonna get here Thursday. So, I could have gotten it on.
All right, so absolutely delicious dinner. Today I only had 2 meals, but still adds up to 200 grams of protein, which is my goal. I don't track calories. I just make sure that I hit my protein and I'm not overeating. And of course, I mitigate that by getting 10,000 steps, which is what I'm doing right now. Getting outside, getting my last bit of steps in. And I'm using this as a light. But gonna wrap up these steps, post a reel, and then I'll show you guys kind of my nightly routine. I don't really have much of a nightly routine, but it's something. So I'm sitting here scheduling, planning out my next day, and this is exactly how I do it. So this is today's tracker. So I'll come in here and then click all of these off. Boom. And then I'll put in my nightly checklist, which I'll do after this. But then I will create a new one for the next day, and then I will put in my wake up time and my morning routine. Tomorrow it's a bit different. I'm doing a sprint workout for the first time in a while, and then I'll add my daily tasks. So I need to figure that out, what I'm doing for tomorrow. But then I will do all that and then say I have all my daily tasks. Then I will make sure that aligns with my schedule right here. And then boom, that's it. So that way, first thing in the morning, I come here, I know exactly what I need to do. I have my tasks for the day, and it is as easy as that. So that's just the scheduling part, kind of the boring part, but it helps me stay really organized. All right, so my quote nightly routine is just a couple things. Like I said, I put on these glasses 2 hours before bed, and then I supplement with magnesium glycinate. This helps me sleep. This is a very important supplement for testosterone. Helps me relax my muscles, helps me get into a deeper state of sleep. And then I set out everything that I need for the next day. So So I put everything that I need the next day right here. So I have my water bottle, and then I'll have a scoop of this in the morning. Doing a sprint workout, so I'm gonna have one of these, and then my supplements, and then my daily journal. And that way, no decision fatigue. And then I'll also put my outfit for the next day right there. And then my sleep stuff. So I'm gonna put on this mouth tape, and then I put my phone across the room, so that I have to get up to turn off my alarm. That is a huge thing that has helped me so much in order to get up early. So, gonna go to bed, gonna smash tomorrow's day. This video will be up tomorrow, so you'll be seeing this the day after, well, depending on when you watch it. But I'm gonna link my Instagram down below, always on there every single day, trying to provide as much value to you guys as possible. So, peace out, boys. Stay active.